Sir, have a seat. Don't you skip this video. If you stay with me, I'm going to explain why there's a wealth inequality gap in the United States of America and around the world. And we're going to do that, and it's going to be powered by the King James Version of the Holy Bible. So let's get right into the information. You see it right there. On the left side, we have homeless people begging for money. On the other side of the street, there are rich people happy, smiling with a handful of money. And in the middle is the King James Version of the Bible. What could the Bible teach us about why the rich get richer? What could the Bible teach us about the wealth inequality situation we find ourselves in? And here's the answer. If you would grab your phone and go to Bible Gateway, go to your physical Bible and turn to the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 12, and it clearly explains why there is a wealth inequality. Here it is. And if you watch this show, I hope you do, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I read, so you don't have to. From the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 12, King James Version of the Bible. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, for him shall be taken away even that he hath. Now, I know that is a lot of old English, a lot to dissect and think about. So let's do an easier exercise. How about pull out that smartphone? Use it to do smart things. Google the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse number 12, and it makes it just a little bit clearer where we can totally understand why there's a wealth inequality, wealth gap, and it always has and it always will be. Once again, if you're not caught on, I'm reading so you don't have to. From the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 12. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have, will be taken away from them. What does that mean? If you have, you will get more. If you have nothing, you can expect more nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no protest. There is no walk-offs. There is no boycotts. There is no whining, complaining to change that universal law. It is the law of reap and sow. What is reap and sow? I'm glad you asked. All you have to do is ask Google, and it will spit out said answer like it did for me. Reap and sow. Have you ever heard that saying? You reap what you sow. Let's dive into that. Reap and sow means your actions determine your consequences. For every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction. That is a universal law. Reap and sow means your actions determine your consequences. Sowing is the act of planting seeds, financial seeds, healthy emotional seeds, happy seeds, peaceful seeds, abundance seeds, good health seeds, positive attitude seeds, and reaping is the harvesting and resulting of the crop. What you plant, what you get. You do not get what you want in this world, in this universe, in this matrix. You get what you are. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. Here is the literal meaning. It is derived from ancient agriculture. You can only harvest, reap, each type of crop that you plant. For example, you cannot harvest apples planting oranges. You will not harvest wheat when you plant sweet potatoes. You do not get apples when you plant tomatoes. Tomato. You get what you plant. If you do not plant abundant seeds, you will not get them. Right? There's people that's born into wealth like Elon Musk. Guess what? His forefathers and mothers planted those seeds of abundance, and he just happened to be born into that harvest. Reap and sow, the law of reap and sow, you get what you put out. If you're putting out negative energy, you're going to get negative energy. If you're vibrating in a state of poverty, you can expect to be broke, busted, and disgusted. There's no protest or nothing you can do to get around it. Positive and negative outcomes. While often used as a warning for bad behavior, suffering consequences, It is also applies to good deeds. If you sow hard work and kindness, you reap success and friendship. These are universal laws. Laws are immutable. There's nothing you can do about it. The book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 12, explains vividly, clearly, absolutely why the rich get richer and the poor stay poor. Guess what the rich do? The rich give money. You could take the most corrupt piece of human being like Jeffrey Epstein. He gave a lot of money. Guess what? The universe rewarded him with getting a lot of money. Take every organization that you protest against and you boycott, they give a lot of charitable donations. And guess what? The laws of the universe, the laws of the King James Version of the Bible, the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 12, rewards them. You do not get what you want in this world. You do not get what you want in this matrix. You get what you are. And the last thing I want you to know comes from Winston Churchill. Never forget this. The truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it. Ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is. And the truth is in Matthew chapter 13, verse 12. It's telling you why there's a wealth gap. It will never be closed. It cannot, because it's law. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Short, sweet, with a bow on top. Read. If you have eyes to see, ears to hear, you will understand the truth on why there's a wealth gap, why there's inequality, why all of the ills fall at those on the bottom. It is in the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 12. If you have, you're going to get more. You have not, it will be taken away from you. There's nothing you can do about it. Hate this video, comment. It does not matter. Go look in the mirror, look at your life, and the level of peace you have, that's what you get. The level of abundance you have for as health, wealth, and those good things, that is what you're going to get. You're either going to get more or less. There's no in between. I am sorry that the truth is incontrovertible. I'm sorry that malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is. I've had to accept this in my own life. Everything was on me, my failures, my setbacks, on the way I thought, my actions. You will reap what you sow. There is no way around it. If you're sowing negativity, expect it. If you are sowing, you're stealing from others, you will be stole from. If you're broke, busted, and disgusted, if you do not change your mindset and your vibration, you will continue to be broke, busted, disgusted until you have absolutely nothing and possibly homeless. So remember these two things before I end this. Number one, I just explained to you, powered by the King James Version of the Bible, the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 12, on why there's an inequality gap, why there's a wealth gap. It will never change. It will never move because law is law. Laws are immutable. Laws do not care if we care. It is set up in the system that we call the universe, this world, the matrix. You will reap what you sow. Whatever you put out in the universe, you will get back. You do not get what you want in this world. You get what you are. And number two, you just been on project expertise when I'm the project. This I learned from personal experience, from pain, from being broke, busted, and disgusted, down and out, hitting rock bottom until I changed my mindset, started studying and realizing that there's laws governing this universe. And I hope you enjoy this. I hope that you would consider what was just spoken. I hope that you know that you're more than enough. You're worthy. You're adequate. You are deserving of respect, abundance, and the great things in life. You know the YouTube etiquette. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell, or the notification bell just might hit you like the harsh reality that the inequality gap, wealth gap will never close because it's universal law that you can study in the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 12, and you will reap what you sow. So sow seeds of peace, sow seeds of abundance, sow seeds of happiness, sow seeds of wealth, sow seeds of living the greatest life you possibly can. And guess what? That's what you're going to get. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. I know I did. I learned that you and I, we can do anything we want to do if we put our mind to it. So let's put our mind to doing great things. To the next one.